Welcome. We are going to look at a question on maps, and we are given a map below to draw a geological cross-section along line AB. If you're familiar with the maps, you realize that this map represents a hill ground. This is a hill. The contours are in circular manner. This is also a hill, and the contours reading are reducing from internal to external. So that's represent a hill, and also this is a hill. So the first thing we do to draw the cross section is to trace point A to point B using a piece of paper, and this can be done easily. Just place a piece of paper on this map and then mark point A and then point B, and also locate the contours or the contours that are passing through this line. So we have this contour here, it is 500. You have another contours here, you have 400, and also this is 300. This is 500, 500, 400, and then this is 300. Then we have 500 again on this line. We have 400, 500, 500. So this is 300. You can read it from here. 400. This is 500. 500 again. And this is 400. This is 500. Then we move to this point. This is a contour. Another contour here. And this another contour. But we can check which contours are these. It is 500, 400, 500, 400, and 300. So it's 500, 400, and 300. So those are the contours that are touching line AB. And with this data that I have on my paper, I can transfer them now to another paper where I'm required to draw y-axis and x-axis. So I can draw y-axis. I can also draw x-axis on my paper, and with my x-axis I can also be able now to trace the point AB. Point A is the first point, and then point B is the last point. So this is point B, this is point A, and with that I can be able now to trace the number. This is 500, 500, 400, 300, 300, 400. I can trace all the number on this map and then record the figures. So the first figure is 500. The second figure is 500, 400, 300, 400. I'm tracing from here. 500. 500 is the last data, and then I have 400 B. So I can also put another line here. This one, I have my north from the map. So on the vertical axis, I have to get the data. If you see from the contours that we have here, the difference between the contour height is 100. We have 300, 400, and 500. So I can use a scale of 1 is to 100 in this case, since the difference is 100, and it can work well if I start with 0. So on this horizontal axis, I can talk of one box to present 100. So I have 0, 100, 200, 300, 400, and then 500. I can talk of 600, but my highest data is 500. So the next step is to trace the number. Where 500 meets 500, that's a point. Where 500 meets the other 500 is a point. And throughout the whole cross-section, I'll be able to get my geological cross-section. I can do that using 90 degree line, and I can be able to trace 500, and the 500 it's here. So that is my first point. Then I have 500 again, and then 500. That will be my next point. Then I have 400 and 400. That's my next point. I have 300 and 300. Then I have 300 again, 400, 500, then I have 500 again, then I have 400, 500, and then this is 300. Sorry, it's supposed to be 300. Then I have 300 again, 400, and then 500 as my last point. So I can be able to trace this using freehand, a smooth curve,